2,000 people wanting to hang out with me on a Monday night. And when I think about that time in my life, I think about when I was a lot younger and I was in school. And I used to spend a lot of the time that I didn't get invited to things, I would daydream. And I didn't have much of a social life, but I had a wild imagination. And I used to daydream a lot about what it might be like if someday, by some crazy strike of luck, I might end up standing on a really big stage singing songs that I wrote for a lot of people. So thanks for taking care of that one for me. That was my most popular, most thought about daydream. But I think my second most popular daydream, the one I thought about almost as much, was I really thought that if I ended up on a really big stage someday singing songs that I wrote for a lot of people, I thought that I wouldn't have to deal with mean kids or bullies anymore. And I think I also had this daydream that I now realize was a delusion, that when you weren't in school anymore, when we all grew up, we didn't have to deal with mean kids or bullies. And that was something that people grew out of. Yeah, but that's not really how things happen, it turns out. And when I grew up, I don't know when exactly I'm thinking that happened, but I've realized recently that meanness isn't a phase people are going through. It's a part of the human condition. And it's something that we're going to have to deal with our entire lives, not just when we're in school. And I realized that no matter where you live, no matter what happens to you, no matter who you are, what you look like, or whether or not you get to stand on a really big stage and sing songs you wrote for a lot of people or not, there's always going to be somebody who's picking on you, or making you feel like you don't deserve what you want, or making you feel small, or saying things about you to other people that aren't true, or saying things to you about you that aren't true. And I guess what I've learned is that it's not really about wishing those people would change, because those kinds of people don't change normally. It's more about how you choose to process it. And I've learned that the best way for me to process it is you just make a mental note that you will never, ever intentionally make someone else feel the way that they have made you feel. And another way that I've learned to deal with things like that, and people who are mean, is to write songs about them.